97.5 WFHR and 105.5 WIRI, your Wisconsin Rapids home for locally grown radio. Here's your Daily News Roundup.
From the Wisconsin Rapids Local Newsroom, I'm Melissa Kay. Wisconsin continues to hold the record for top cranberry producer, supplying more than 60% of the U.S. crop. This, according to the Wisconsin Cranberry Board's annual harvest assessment. Over 250 licensed growers across 19 counties produced 4.8 million barrels of cranberries in 2025. The total for the entire country reached 7.46 million barrels. This is the 31st consecutive year with Wisconsin as the nation's top producer. The industry generates $1 billion in economic impact each year and supports more than 4,000 jobs statewide. The Wisconsin Rapids Area Convention and Visitors Bureau announces the recipients of the 2026 Wisconsin Rapids Area Tourism Development Grants. Over $19,000 will be awarded to 12 organizations in the area. They include Rapids Rumble Car Cruise, Central Wisconsin BMX, Rapids Riverside Freedom Fest, Friends of Rapids Music, GRLC Cranberry Blossom Festival events, Civil War Days, Festival of Trees, Central Wisconsin Winter Classic, Bluegrass at the Lake, Aquaskiers Red Sands Beach Project, Pittsville Promotion, and YMCA Camp Alexander Rentals. Grant awards are up to $2,500 and will assist these organizations to develop interactive experiences, attractions, or amenities that encourage overnight stays and increase local business activity. The Portage County Sheriff's Office is offering an in-person hunter safety class in Stevens Point next month. Classroom dates begin in late June. You can register on the DNR website at gowild.wi.gov. United Way's Stuff the Desk registration is open now. Families who need assistance with school supplies for next year can register at uwswac.org now through August 1st or by calling 211. I'm Melissa Kay for WFHR and WIRI News.
With Civic Media News, I'm Terry Miller. Wisconsin Republicans may hold a special meeting next week as pressure grows on Party Chair Brian Schimming. Documents obtained by WisPolitics show members of the state GOP's governing committee want to discuss possible action tied to employment issues and board management. If approved, the meeting would come just days before the party's state convention in Wisconsin Dells. Schimming says Republicans are focused on beating Democrats in November. The Green Bay Packers are investing in the growth of girls' flag football across Wisconsin, awarding $100,000 to 20 high schools. Each school received funding and equipment to help launch or expand programs. Schools from Milwaukee, Racine, Madison, and other communities are part of the effort. Applications are now open for another round of grants for the next school year. The man accused of leading a massive protest at Ridgeland Farms in March is heading to trial. Wayne Sheung was in court recently on charges of burglary. Dozens of supporters were at the hearing and the jail to cheer the 44-year-old's release from jail. Sheung is accused of organizing the storming of the Blue Mounds facility in March, where hundreds of activists tried to free the Ridgeland Farms beagles. And Governor Tony Evers is celebrating National Tourism and Travel Week in Wisconsin. Evers and Tourism Secretary Ann Sayers were at Olbrich Botanical Gardens in Madison on Monday to show off the state's tourism industry and how it impacts Wisconsin's economy. The governor's office noted growth in the tourism industry with a record of more than 114 million visitors coming to Wisconsin in 2024. More news can be found at civicmedia.us.
The Packers' new assistant head coach. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports. NFL, last year DeMarcus Covington joined the Packers as their defensive line coach. This year Matt LaFleur has added assistant head coach to his title. Covington says he wants the rookies to attack the off-season program like taking a class in karate.
I talked to him about like a white belt mindset. And really, what does that mean? You know, every year it's a start-over mentality. You have that humble mentality, not a know-it-all, a learn-it-all. And I think if we approach that with a black belt skill set, but with a white belt mentality, I think we're going to be all right. And that's kind of how I look at it for me no matter what job I'm approaching.
Baseball, the Brewers losing bullpen pitcher Angel Zerpa. The lefty will have Tommy John surgery next Monday, ending his season. Brandon Woodruff is seeing a specialist in Texas for his shoulder. The Crew wrapping up their series in St. Louis before heading home to host the New York Yankees Friday night. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
It is going to be mostly sunny today with a high in the lower 50s here this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy. Keep an eye on the possibility of a little frost, maybe even a freeze, especially further north. We're going to drop to the low 30s tomorrow. Partly to mostly cloudy, scattered showers with a high in the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Wisconsin Rapids News Roundup from WIRI and WFHR, locally grown radio. Find more news anytime at WFHR.com and WIRI.FM. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts.